Chiquinha, Chiquinha.
Go check out the room.
Chiquinha.
Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and then also hit the that little bell. That means you're gonna get notified of other videos that I do. Okay, this is going to be the Macau, Hong Kong Macau ferry. So we basically just came out of the metro, and I'm just going to film a little bit in the metro. And then we're going to go up into the station, and you'll see what it looks like. I have filmed before in this area, not specifically the same thing, but I have filmed in the Macau ferry before. So okay. Just gonna film these lockers. So basically this station is called Shengwan, and when you come out of the station, the metro station, you'll see these lockers. So there's not many lockers in general, you know, a lot of reasons for that. But yeah, the metro is like right down there. So if you ever come to the Macau ferry and you're looking for a locker, and you can usually get a change from these guys, but now it's through an octopus card. So we're just gonna keep on walking up, and in a minute you're gonna see that we're gonna be ground level, and I'll play that in a minute as well. You can see all the way up, so this just kind of goes up into all the different levels, and then at the top it goes to the Macau ferry. But I just want to keep the camera on so that you know that you know, we were underground and now we're going to be above ground, and it's a rainy day here, and right now we're ground level now, and it's raining quite a bit, so as you can see. And then just keep taking this these escalators until you get up to I think it's the second floor, maybe third, but basically up almost, you can kind of tell, like you can tell when you're near the Macau ferry. So we're basically gonna head that way right now. Those are our ferry boats right there on this rainy day. But we're gonna head up further up these stairs, and there's the ground level. So, and then up here you start seeing a lot of shops up here. So there's some stuff for Macau and a lot of restaurants as well. So I usually go to the sushi restaurant. Maybe I'll just show you a little bit. There's a Starbucks right here. I didn't realize that before. Okay, so we're kind of into the ferry terminal. There's KFC, there's a Japanese place, another Japanese place. There's the Starbucks, the original one. And I think to try to find this Japanese one that I usually go to, which I think is down this way. And I'm going to go down there for a minute, but this is basically the setup for the restaurants, and I'm going to go outside in a minute. And going outside is right there, and there's a connection that goes to Central, so I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so this is the outside, and then you can see the ferry terminals, the ferries that you can see from the first floor, I believe. But you see the turbojet, and I'll zoom in a little bit. There's one coming in right now, Cotai. That blue one goes to the Cotai, which is Taipa, and the red ones I think usually go to the Macau side. So we're going to go down there in a minute. But you can see this whole harbor over here as well. There's some other ferries over there. I'll zoom in down there. And actually there's like a whole row of ferries that go to different islands. And there's a Star Ferry right there. I'll zoom in on that. So there's a Star Ferry. Pretty rainy day. It's a Typhoon category 1 right now. And in a minute we're going to take this one of these ferries and enjoy the storm, or whatever it is. So there's a Cotai one coming in. Pretty big boat. Huge. Okay. And actually if you walk all the way down, this goes all the way to Central, and you can take all the ferries over here as well. So I'll just walk down a little bit. And Central will also connect to the airport. It'll connect to Central's kind of the central spot in Hong Kong, so you're kind of connected to pretty much everything from that spot. Okay. So that's it. We're gonna go back inside, and I'll film inside in a minute. Okay, so we're gonna film some of these restaurants, and I'm gonna show you where I usually like to go, and I'm gonna go there right now too. Moss Burger's great, but I don't usually go there. but I do go there sometimes because I used to live in Japan and I like it. But I'm gonna go to this other restaurant, which is this Japanese place right here. And yeah, this one is, you see a little conveyor belt of all the different sushi. So I'm gonna be going in this one. There it is right there. You can get it on a belt, so I'm gonna go there, get some sushi. And then I'll come up and go get the ticket to go to Macau. Okay. Let's finish. Yeah, I've definitely never filmed at this angle, but yep, all the way down. You can basically go, the lockers are down there, and then also the subway station's down there. This is the eating floor there, and then you enter into the ferry terminal over here. And then around here there's Macau stuff for some of the casinos. There's exchange places, there's Cotai Jet, there's Hong Kong food, there's a lot of travel agencies. Mossburger is the next floor up, but so yeah, we're gonna, this is the food court down there. So yeah, we're gonna conclude there. That's gonna be it for us. So, let's see, there's a, kind of interesting. Okay. So yep, we're gonna join the ferry. So once we go in, we can't. I can't bring the camera in. So kind of cool though, this Hong Kong one. Yep, so we're in Hong Kong right now, and we're gonna be entering into Macau. And actually, at the moment, there's actually a Typhoon, Category 1. So I'll just film that, and then I have to put the camera away in a minute. So stand by signal number 1. But everything's still running right now. I think it's Category 8 before it stops, I believe. Okay. So I'm in the ferry terminal, and it's actually like the most quiet I've ever seen it ever. So I don't know if it's because of the typhoon or because of the protest in Hong Kong, but there's almost nobody here. So there's quite a few ferries. We'll see what the ferry's like. So yeah, it's pretty empty. I've never seen it this empty ever. We'll see what our gate is like. Okay, so this is our ferry terminal. Ferry. It's pretty big. Got a big vehicle, big boat, but there's not many people. So this is the amount of people, which is not that many. Sometimes it can be super crowded where you're just standing everywhere. But yeah, it's not like that today. So yep. Zoom in right there, that's the Hong Kong emblem, and then when you get to the side, it'll be a green one. Alright. Okay, gonna come right in. Yeah, it's really quiet. So 40A.
所以就阿志就話：，唉，實賺，咁賺都冇計咁，事實即係嗰啲幾緊要。我平時喺中市場啊，咁啊人哋買佢。
Okay. It's actually empty right now, and there's a typhoon, so we're gonna see how this road's gonna go. Looks like it's gonna be a little bit of a choppy ride, so we'll see. Actually, today is gonna be a lot different because usually it's a lot of mainland tourists usually, so it's like a very different experience. It's like feels very orderly. But yeah, this typhoon might cause something too. So we'll find out. I'll try to film and try to film what we see from the window as well. So. And that's the ferry terminal. All right. Okay. So yeah, we got a little bit of some. We're not even out there in the water at all yet. But I think the typhoon's going to be a little bit of a. I don't know. We'll see. Don't know what to expect. But that's the Hong Kong Harbor. That's where we were just at. So all those buildings go right up into the mountainside, basically. And that red building, I can't zoom in anymore, but I mean I can, but we're moving, so but you can see the walkway, basically that walkway that I walked out earlier in here. Not sure I'm going to do the films, if it's going to, I might just end it, you know, somewhere like this, or I might show the tsunami side, the typhoon side if it's kind of rough water. Anyways, Shintak, that's the building that we were in. So when you come in from the ferry terminal, it's Shangwang, and then Shintak is the building. Alright, actually it's just kind of reading. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how interesting this journey could be today. The Hong Kong bus.
Children life jackets are located on the upper deck, as well as front and rear cabins on the main deck.
Alright.
If needed, you may contact our crew for assistance.
Okay, so here's some of the Hong Kong skyline. And actually it looks like it's going to be pretty smooth sailing, so we'll see. Actually, it's like when you're about halfway through is when there's no barriers at all. Like right now, there's it's not quite at that spot, so. There's another Cotai ferry right there that's going to Hong Kong. And but I don't know, this boat is kind of a. There's this one and this one. The zoom isn't really that good on it, but it's kind of like skeletal. I think it's kind of high and like skeletal. Kind of a surreal feeling when it's Category 1 Typhoon. Seeing kind of like ghost ships. Anyways, there's another ferry boat right here. Kind of going through. It's a rainy day, and I'm with this zoom camera, and it's rain on the windows, and it's and I zoom in through a window. The rain on it doesn't really come out very well, but it certainly adds a certain feeling. Okay, so there's some freights, I guess, freighters. But yeah, pretty smooth sailing. Definitely been in much worse trips back and forth with higher waves. These are kind of nothing for being a Category 1 typhoon. So yeah, I think I'm just going to combine this video with the Macau, with the Hong Kong ferry terminal. I don't think anything that interesting will happen. Well, I don't know. Everything could change any minute, right? So you never know. Okay. But yeah, this is basically about halfway through right now, so it's 1 hour between the two. Hong Kong to Macau and vice versa. Yeah, it's gonna be the end of the trip right here. There's Macau. I have filmed inside before, so might film a little bit in there. There's a tower. Sorry. Here's the tower. And one of the 3 bridges that connects Typhoon and Macau. Those buildings over there, that's Zhuhai. Zhuhai, China. This is Taipa. And there's an airport over there. It's a little bit blurry. And some of the casinos. More casinos. And then those 3 bridges that are over here, they connect to the Macau side. So complete right there. Turbojet. CKS, I think it goes to China sides. And Cotai, this goes to Hong Kong. Waterjet. So we're in a water jet one right now. So we're gonna be concluding right there, and it's we're gonna be coming into, I don't know where it's gonna park. Probably that space right there, that empty space. All right, I think that's gonna conclude our video. Okay, so this is all the Macau coming in through, and we're gonna come right out here. And there's always some people. I guess they're doing free shuttle buses. Okay, cool. And we're gonna go direct into here and catch this taxi right here.
Chiquinha, Chiquinha.